more so just effort. I think it's just a commitment to our system, commitment to this style of basic defense that we're trying out this year. And man, just going out there and doing it, man. I think that you can have all the systems in the world, all the schematics in the world, but at the end of the day, defense is about just anchoring down and getting the stop. If you have the mindset and mentality to do it, so installing that mindset and mentality very early is going to be important for us.
How important is it to get some guys, especially Bruce, that's already established as a defender? How much do you think it just helps us in improving personnel on that end?
Huge, man. I think you got guys that everybody wants to score the ball. It's the NBA, right? Everybody wants a high-paced game. But when you got guys that have been there, like Bruce himself, on the team, like that he just was, he brings a different, type of mentality to the team. And, he can come in here and talk about the things that he's seen, talk about the things that he's done. And experience is the best teacher. We got a lot of guys that are lacking that kind of playoff experience in this locker room. We have some people that have done it, speaks volumes. So I'm glad that we're taking a step in the right direction.
You use the term refreshed in terms of how you're at. What kind of growth do you think you've experienced as a player, as a person, just over the last 2 years? Basically, you talked about being in grind mode last year, really spending a lot of time this summer reconnecting with a lot of parts of yourself. What do you think all that did for you? How do you think that's helped you grow?
Man, I'm just better as a person, bro. I've matured. I think that's really what it was. I'm still myself. I'm never gonna change, who Myles is. But at the same time, I've just matured so much just as a man. Basketball is one thing, but at the end of the day, you have human experiences too. And I feel like my human experience has gone up a lot just this past summer. Did a lot of things for myself, did a lot of things for my family, and I'm feeling as healthy as I ever have. I'm just in a really good place, physically and mentally, and this summer was really good for that. And if I'm feeling good, look good, and I know I'm gonna play good.
Rick used the phrase kind of competitive integrity. You're like one of the few spots that are we know that the rest are kind of up for grabs. What do you expect then from the next month from a bunch of guys that are competing for roles?
You just said it, man. It's gonna be competitive, but the competition is gonna be fun. So I'm really looking forward to tomorrow, just how we get things rolling. This entire preseason, we're obviously gonna be trying some things out, trying different lineups out, trying different schematics out. But more than anything, once you get between them lines, we all know we're going at each other. I think one thing that was established and was understood in our last experience in Nashville is that we're all friends off the floor, but once you get on the floor, we got to push each other. Real friends help each other get to that next spot, and holding each other accountable is going to be a big thing this year. But I think that I personally really harped on. I feel like at times, where even last year myself, I see stuff, I bite my tongue, but I'm just not. I'm not at liberty to do that anymore. So accountability is going to be huge for this team this year.
In what ways will you and Tyrese need to set the tone defensively if there's an overwhelming change like everyone wants to see?
Like I said, bro, going out there and getting it done. I can try to tell you, X's and O's. I'm gonna be low man. I'll be this and that. You just gotta go out there and do it, man. If you go out there and lead by example, go out there and get what you need to get done, people are gonna follow along. They have no choice but to.
Can this group surprise some people this season?
Absolutely, but I think we got to surprise ourselves first. I think that there's always gonna be expectations, but we got to meet our own expectations first. And preseason is gonna be a big tell, where we're at, chemistry-wise, and where we still need to go. But of course, we can sneak up and surprise people. That's our plan, and I got to start somewhere.
You've been to the postseason with this franchise before. What will it take for this team to make it?
If we talk about defense, man, that's what it is. I'm telling you, bro, we can outscore any team. We outscored a lot, we got up and down and put up a lot of points last year, but we didn't stop doing the same. So that's what it's going to take, anchoring down defensively. There'll be some games where I look at other teams and the final score will be like in the 80s or the 90s, stuff like that. That old school style of basketball. I'm not saying it's going to be every game, but that's a goal, is to keep teams under 100 points.
Myles, what do you expect to see from Ben Mathurin this year? I understand he's made a commitment to becoming a complete two-way player.
Yeah, man. Ben's going to take that next step, bro. I'm telling y'all. I just think that his mentality won't allow him to fail. That's what I like about Ben a lot. He obviously puts the work in. You see his demeanor, but he also brings an edge to this team that I think we kind of been missing for a little bit. So I think he's going to take that next step. It's going to be a commitment that he has to make. Us as his teammates. Someone as talented as he is this early in his career, sometimes you got to find your role right away, and we're gonna see what happens. I'm really excited for him.
And he's good already. Where have you seen growth in just in terms of what we've seen so far in Nashville and other places, and just preseason stuff? Where have you seen him get better? Are there things you've seen him doing that maybe he hasn't done before, but maybe he wasn't as consistent?
Everything with Ben I think he's grown as a person too. Mm-hmm. I think off the floor he had to learn how to come in here and be a part of the system. It's easy to be in college and be the man, right? Mm-hmm. And do whatever you want to do, but it's hard to come into the NBA right away and kind of put that ego to the side. And I think that's when he's done a lot better job of really just that's how I've seen him just pick up games. So just committing himself to the team as opposed to committing himself like to the
Myles, this time last year you were stuck answering questions from us about the contract situation and whatnot. What advice would you have for Buddy and what he's going through? Rick said he's the same old Buddy. What advice would you have for him? Going into the year.
Yeah, bro. At the end of the day, this is a business, man. You gotta do what's best for yourself, bro. You have a family, you have kids. You gotta evaluate what's gonna be best for your future. So, we're two different positions. I would say. I wasn't necessarily had a family thing I had to look out for like he does, but go out there, bro. Just play, bro. Basketball, take care of everything. You commit yourself to the grind, you commit yourself to the game, and then take care of yourself.
Does he seem like the same old Buddy?
Absolutely, man. Buddy has not. Will never change, bro. I'll tell you right now. Basketball side, Buddy is Buddy. He's one of the best dudes around the league. So I really enjoy being around him.
You've played against Obi a few times. What is it? How will you mesh with him offensively on the court?
I think someone like Obi is easy. He kind of opens the game up. He is someone who can get out and run. Runs like a deer, man. You've seen him get out there, transition. He's shooting the ball so much better too. He'll be able to space the floor, clear some stuff up from the inside. And I think he's also going to be able to be more of a commitment on the glass, defensive glass especially.
You talked about being more vocal. I guess obviously you guys had James last year, George toward the end of the year, having some of those sort of older vets. How much do you still carry what you guys got from them, but also how much are you in a position where, okay, they're not here now, it's got to be us?
Yeah, no, it has to be me. It has to be me. And I think that's it's been a year being groomed by those guys and whatnot. Half a year with George, and I'm happy to see that a lot of the stuff that I learned from them I can apply to this group. So I think a lot of this stuff does have to fall on me.
What's the most important thing that's going to stick with you from these guys? What still rings in your head from stuff?
It's confidence, bro. Really just confidence and self-confidence that I've never really experienced in the past. And instilled a lot of that in me last year. Just bringing my confidence to these guys as well.